Hello friends! If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a subscriber or a fan, welcome back. Today I will be dealing with the Human Revolution 3. Unlike the Human Revolution 2, it is not necessary to watch the first two, but I would suggest it. I may repeat myself at some times in this show from other shows. That is because I'm using a different source from the other shows, and it never hurts to have a repeat every now and then. You may want to see my Origins of Religion 7 video. There will be a card in the upper right hand side of your screen. Just click it and it will take you to that video. The brains of all animals construct a version of the world through the senses, that is, sight, smell, touch, hearing, and taste. That is egocentric. To combat this, humans have another map. Through the lens of our sociocentric maps, social duties are seen as attractive, whereas self-indulgence can be seen as undesirable or even taboo. These maps are intangible and are seen by some as God or another intangible concept. Blackerton posits that sometime in the past, humans received an advantageous brain mutation from mitochondrial Eve that let us produce language, and therefore were able to refer to moral authority intangibles. That is, religion is a product of our capacity of speech. This development explains how modern humans were able to expand from Africa about 50,000 years ago and slowly replace Eurasians, whose capacity for culture was more limited. Conventional signals are always less costly than full displays because they depend on signals that have been previously agreed upon by the signaler and the receiver. But they can also be faked and thus are typically ignored. Signalers will display conspicuous, repetitive displays, such as peacock tails or bird songs. These bear the mark of ritualization because they are costly and redundant. However, at times, signalers and receivers will mutually agree on shortcuts, making these displays conventional. Vervet monkeys have distinct alarm calls for specific predators that activate automatic escape reactions. Human speech, however, brings to mind previously agreed upon constructs. The morally authoritative constructs, that is, gods, are central to this system. Only humans can talk about imaginary constructs because we live in a conceptually constructed world, whereas other primates live in the real world. Other primates don't know of gods or even need them. Therefore, they only vocalize about real events, and for that, the gesture and call system works sufficiently. Even though archaic humans had symbolic capabilities, unless they already possessed reasons for sharing their fantasies, the point of changing to language would have eluded them. Our ancestors would first have to invent the construct of God before they could label it. However, it had to take more than the appearance of speech for collective deceptions like religion to occur. One solution to this problem is to give the conditions necessary for such deceptions in a Neo-Darwinian framework. Encephalization is the amount of brain mass exceeding that which we would expect to find for a given animal's mass. Females had to find a way to sustain themselves through the extra metabolic demands placed on their bodies to sustain an infant's brain growth. The best way to do this was getting males energetically invested in their offspring. All benefits have a cost, though. We humans maintain our big, metabolically expensive brains by having an energetically cheap digestive system that can only be fueled by a high-quality diet, which required larger foraging ranges. A philandering male's aim should be to reduce the time he spends searching for a fertile female and the time he waits to gain access during her fertile period. Human females can withhold information about this because they can conceal ovulation and have lost the estrus cycle. When a male spends a longer than usual time with the female, waiting for her to become fertile, the less time he has for philandering. Alexander and Noonan argue that since human ovulation is concealed and continuous receptivity is allowed, pair bonds would have been reinforced and males would have greater confidence in paternity. Thus, males would be more likely to have a greater parental investment in the infant. Another strategy that females use is cycle synchronicity. Knowlton hypothesized that synchrony is a strategy used by females to get more parental investment out of the males. Males cannot cope with guarding all the females. Therefore, males who were previously excluded from fertile females now had access. Various species of baboons have been observed to have synchronous cycles across long ranges, just as hominid ranges in the Pleistocene are postulated to have been, and this, along with other observations, leads to speculation of widely synchronous cycles. Just ask women's prison guards. However, this synchronicity can be affected by environmental factors, such as available nutrition. Greater postnatal brain growth demanded more energy from lactating mothers, who had to find a way to extract male energy. This is where sham cycling makes an entrance. I actually have more to go over, so be on the lookout for another Human Revolution episode. If you liked this content, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to be notified when I come out with new content, hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. Links to my sources are in the description. You can catch me on Twitter and Discord. Those links are also in the description, as well as the links to my PayPal account. Question everything and never be afraid. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not watched them, go ahead and watch them. I love hearing from you, so leave comments in the comment section. And I will see you next time. Bye.